thing I've been asking everybody, because I'm obsessed with this idea, knowing that within the next 10 to 15 years, 75 to 80% of retail stores are going to go away. We've seen big changes in publishing, lots of consolidation. Undoubtedly, we're probably going to see some more of that. But people are still going to want to read. They're still going to want books. There's still going to be authors out there pouring their souls out for us. What do you see on the horizon as the future of publishing? What do you expect to see as major changes in publishing over the next, say, 10, 15 years?
I do think that how people absorb information is dramatically changing. I think it's probably getting harder and harder to get the attention to get people to read, because there are so many different channels to pull them. I still think that the people who read are still going to read. The format may change. You know, we thought it was going to be ebooks, and then that didn't really necessarily happen. It might, surge again, but it didn't take over the print book the way we thought it was. I think audio is really on the rise now. In 15 years, the format may be entirely different than it is now. It may be something we can't even dream of right now. But people are still going to want stories. It's just been intrinsic to our culture for forever. Smart publishers are going to figure out how to adapt and change with that. There may be more consolidation. I sure hope not. I think that too much consolidation is really a shame, and it limits kind of the venue and voices. But there's also been really great work being done in small spaces that are growing. I think if you've heard of Serial Box, I think they're doing really interesting things in kind of taking content that's already published and breaking it up into serialized format, and creating their own content that's in kind of little sippable episodes that you can either get the whole content of or subscribe. And they do that in ebook and audio format. I think that's really interesting. I've really been interested in kind of some of these multimedia formats throughout my entire career, and how those might change how we interact with content. I think the flexibility is always really important, and I hope to see more of that. I think the other way that publishing is really changing and needs to be changing is that there is a lot more groundwork, fighting and emphasis for better diversification in terms of making sure that people from a variety of backgrounds and voices are being heard. And I want to see that. I'm hoping that in 15 years, we won't be having the conversation that publishing is not doing a good job, and that we will have made true progress. And that involves the stories that get acquired and get published. That involves the people who are hired to make those decisions. And it involves changing some of the mindset of how things have been done, to stop listening to, nobody, wants that kind of book because they've never tried that kind of book. And, really giving the market the space to actually prove that there is a hunger for all kinds of different voices. I think that only creates empathy, and would do maybe a lot more good for us to be a little bit more broad-minded in all facets of our life, from being exposed to different kinds of stories in what we read. I think my most fervent guiding principle as an editor is that every child should be able to find themselves in the pages of a book, that they should be able to feel like they can do anything because they've seen characters who can do anything, who they feel connected with. And so I'm hoping that we can, as an industry and as a community, really step it up to make it's so that it's not such a contentious problem, but actually we've done the work to make the whole environment better.
From your lips to the publishing god's ears, I 100% agree. We absolutely need more diversity. I look forward to the day when there could be a commercial with an interracial family, a Cheerios commercial, and Twitter doesn't lose its mind, that'll just be commonplace. That is a dream I have for society. So please continue to push diversity in books, make that happen.